Hi, I'm Stephen Faig from Database Trends and Applications, here with Ravi Shankar of Denodo Technologies at Data Summit in New York City. Ravi, we're discussing a lot of different trends, technologies, and strategies at the conference today.
Right.
What are some of the key ones that are important to Denodo that you're here to talk about with customers?
Sure. So one of the key things that we are interested in is the data virtualization. And we are hearing a lot about that. We had very good conversations with customers and other people alike, where they are expanding the data management principles, going beyond the traditional data warehouses and data applications into the new world, which is like the Hadoop, and bringing in all the unstructured data from all these different systems. And we are having conversations around data virtualization, how we can help them in much faster way to bridge between the old world and the new world and provide that information, meaningful information to their business users.
So essentially moving to a more modern data architecture.
Exactly.
And agility seems to be a key part of that.
That's the key part. So the customers are kind of demanding things be done much more flexibly and much more faster. And they don't want to be tied to all the physical aspects of integrating the data. And the virtualization provides the agility that you talked about in a more transparent, much more faster way for them to be able to consume the information in whatever way they want. So that's the agility that actually comes to for the business users.
Understood. And as companies are adopting Hadoop and NoSQL and in-memory data platforms, most of them have existing platforms in place as well, such as an enterprise data warehouse.
Exactly.
Data virtualization is kind of like a glue for all of that.
Exactly right. Yeah, exactly right. So you find, for example, one of our customer who's going to be talking tomorrow, CIT, they have pretty large systems. So the guy who's going to be talking is the Chief Data Officer. So he is responsible for all the data-related technologies. And they are integrating with another bank called OneWest. And they need to bring in all the assets across the two different systems and provide it to the consumers, all the business users. And the fastest way for them to do it is using a data virtualization. So they're using our technology to build like a data services layer, a transparent layer on top of the two sets of assets, and all the consumers will come and consume the information from right out of that.
Understood. And as you look out forward a year or two, what has you most excited that you see coming up in the marketplace?
So I see a lot of new possibilities that we couldn't do before. An example would be like, I talk about in the traditional data world, if you have a data warehouse, you would do an analysis, for example, a sales reporting. These customers have like what products do they have, what do they don't have, and I as a marketing guy, what can I cross-sell or upsell to them? But now, if I have like 4 different products and you have like 1 or 2 of them and I need to sell you the other 2, I need to know which one you're more interested in. So now we are combining that with information from like the clickstream, from the social media, your preferences, your, all your interests, that we're able to bring it into a vast system like a Hadoop, and then we are able to do the analytics on top of that across both the standard world and the new world, and be able to answer questions like, okay, if these are the 2 different products you don't have, out of those 2, which one do you really like based on the information that you've been talking about in the social media or clicking through the different assets on the website? So that way it becomes more interesting to sell you the right one without having to guess whether you need product A or B. So all those things are being made possible with the new data technologies out there.
Understood. So we have speed, which is always critical when it comes to business decisions, but also accessibility of a richer set of data to support that decision making.
Definitely. And also the technologies, underlying technologies that make it possible to answer these questions, which was not possible before, or it would have taken a really long time to get to an answer.
Thank you, Ravi.
You're welcome.